Hey guys, welcome to another awesome video about the Foxy and Squid show. I almost said Let's Play, but technically this is a Let's Play. My name is Saki, the Foxy herself, and joining to me today is my friend Squiddy. Say hi, Squids.
What a pro tip to everybody. Women can twerk in the nude and get away with it. Men can't, especially when uncomfortable bumps crop up.
Anyways, oh, excuse me.
Wow. It's a long story.
Jesus Christ, Erik. Alright guys,
I tell you, I get into shenanigans. It's not entirely my fault.
I think it is your fault. I think it is your fault.
To another pivotal night of your thriving new career, where you get to really ask
yourself,
Alright, so what am I doing with my life?
For those of you listening to the audio broadcast as we are recording this live, you guys won't be able to hear the in-game audio itself. However, for those of you actually watching the video later on, it's going to sound a little weird. I don't know why I can't lower the volume in this game. And, you know, I guess it is what it is. But you're probably also wondering, what game is Saki playing? What cruel torture is she going through for herself, for you guys? My friends, I am playing Five Nights at Freddy's sister location. I know, Saki won't be able to last, but you're wrong, because I shall be able to last. I've actually already gotten to night 2. The video is already posted up. It was posted up Saturday night, head of the game, alright? And we are heading to night 3, and it's gonna be some fun time bullshit. I'm waiting for you, Erik. Bring it on. Bring it on. Tell me what it is. Tell me what you're gonna say.
Is it safe?
It's not fucking safe.
It seems you had some trouble with the keypad.
I told you
I see
not
what you were trying
to do that.
type, and I will auto-correct it for you.
You said to
Thank
bring
you for
it on.
selecting Casual Bongos.
Casual
It's the
bongos.
subtle little trolls in life that really makes it worth it.
Now that your elevator experience has been customized to your needs, and
for
you're
those of you guys who are not familiar with the
FNAF
series, it's short for Five Nights at Freddy's.
Has been decreased by a substantial
This game,
amount.
its entire
Please
series
enjoy
has
the rest of your
changed
descent.
literally I want to say the horror genre itself, alright? And this says a lot because if you think about it, you guys can actually read an article. Hopefully later on this week I'll have it published and whatnot because I'm actually in the process of writing it. But the FNAF series has changed the horror genre for one of the better ways. For example, you have Silent Hill, and Silent Hill was focused on the false sense of security. And there's some nice little awesome bongos playing. I'm feeling like Shakes and Nora. So Silent Hill was the false sense of security. Amnesia: The Dark Descent, which came out for PC, was an indie game, but that changed the entire horror concept because you were helpless. You were only allowed to sneak, to hide, and not to fight. And then you have, of course, the Resident Evil horror games, which are more of fighting, survival, doing everything you can to survive and kill the monster or any enemy that is coming at you. Five Nights at Freddy wasn't like that. Five Nights at Freddy's took you in a limited space, limited movement, only your head, and you were only able to go ahead, use a camera, and use a power supply. And as the nights went on longer, that power supply would be less durable and would allow you to solely be focused on luck. Now, I played the first game. You guys can check out the playlist on my YouTube channel, and you guys can see that I went through hell trying to figure that game out, but I did it. I still have a couple of other secrets and stuff and Easter eggs that I gotta go through, but that will come later in life. But now, here comes Sister Location, which is the latest installment in the game series, and this game, as you guys will see, is just crazy. So I want to ask you, Erik, what do you know about the Five Nights at Freddy's series?
Due to unforeseen malfunctions from today's shows, your nightly duties will require you to perform maintenance that you may or may not be skilled enough to perform. It became necessary for technicians to attempt to disconnect Funtime Freddy's power module. However, they were unsuccessful. Allowing them to try again would be an inefficient path forward, as we would need to allow 6 to 8 weeks for recovery and physical therapy.
Well,
you will need to reach the parts and service room on the other side of Funtime Auditorium to perform the procedure yourself. Let's check on Ballora first and make sure she's on her stage.
It was set in a child's bedroom, and that also had flashbacks to where there was a party at the original, things like that. So
great. It looks like everything is as it should be at Ballora Gallery. Let's check on Funtime Foxy. It's important to make sure she's on her stage before entering.
Okay, so we just found out that Foxy, who's actually my companion, my spirit animal, is actually a girl. But I think though that Foxy started out as a guy because he was a pirate, and then they switched to Funtime Foxy, which became as the girl.
Areas.
So with that being said, says a lot. Anyways, so we just came into the game. We're going in. We actually made it through Ballora. We made it through Ballora. Actually, before I continue on, to actually tell you guys more or less what we mean. So the first person that we go against is I find out actually as I'm researching the game, is Baby's baby arenas or something like that, baby means or something like that, and they're like the little babies that go with her on stage. And so what's interesting is that number one, she's supposedly helping us, and number two, we met with a kind of weird concept of a mini game, but it was the first introduction of a mini game. Now the second person that we go up against is Ballora, and what's so cool about Ballora's form of killing is that she can't see. She's like a T-Rex. Honestly, that's the perfect example. And you had to solely rely on your audio to actually get through that part. And the thing is that concept came from Five Nights at Freddy's 4, which was no longer with a camera, but you had to rely on audio, footsteps, making sure that the animatronics were not coming near your door, that they passed through your door. Because if you had opened the door while they were passing, they would have killed you. So it's things like that that really come out. So right now, as I'm going, I'm heading to Circus Baby, who I like to put, you don't put baby in the corner. I'm heading to her auditorium, and I'm trying to figure out a little bit because
Circus Gallery event.
Because my module, the person that is telling me what to do, which is another big difference in this game than the series itself, I am trying to see why he doesn't want me back in Circus Baby's form of stage and whatnot. So I'm gonna hide under the desk. I'm gonna put this. I'm gonna grab here, and this is where I'm gonna need your help, Erik, my number man.
Okay.
And we're gonna listen to Wonderful Baby. I'll tell you guys as it goes.
I was on stage once?
So she just said that she was on stage.
Very long. Only one day.
All right, let's see.
What a wonderful day, though. I was in a small room with balloons and a few tables. No one sat at the tables, though.
So, just so you guys know, the animatronics at this era were implemented on counting the number of children that entered the room. So just so you guys know.
Always coming from somewhere else.
I also like the voice character of her, too.
I would always count the children. I'm not sure why.
Okay.
I was always acutely aware of how many there were in the room with me.
Okay.
2, then 3, then 2, then 3,
3,
then 4, then 2, then none. They usually played together in groups of 2 or 3.
And 3.
I was covered in glitter. I smelled like birthday cake. There were 2, then 3, then 5, then 4. I can do something special. Did you know that? I can make ice cream. Although I only did it once. There were 4, then 3, then 2, then 1. Something happened when there was 1. A little girl standing by herself. I was no longer myself, and I stopped singing. My stomach opened, and there was ice cream. I couldn't move.
You may want to talk a
At
little
least,
louder.
Yeah, I'm actually whispering it
They were
because I'm trying
screaming for a
to
moment,
grab the numbers.
but only for a moment.
I'm actually just repeating
Then
what
other
Baby's
children
saying.
rushed in again.
She
but
just
they
said that
couldn't
she's
hear her
screaming
over the sounds of their
and
own
that she's
excitement. I still hear
I'll
her
explain the whole
sometimes.
story. I'm just trying to see if there's any other
Why did that
numbers.
happen?
I'm about to say I could barely hear like
Okay.
3s or 2s.
No, okay. Alright, so I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna head to the main module because I think that's the safest place that I can be. Let me get it over there.
Okay.
Alright. So
Motion trigger. Circus gallery vent.
alright. I don't understand why I'm going through these vents and there's really no I guess you could say place or whatnot. But alright, so pretty much what happened with Circus Baby was that she went to a birthday party. There was a little girl. And the thing is about these games is that the animatronics are implemented with security measures so that they can prevent sexual predators and even murderers from entering and murdering the children. Now, the thing about this, though, is, I know it sounds ridiculous, but the thing about this is that Circus Baby goes one day to do a party, and she was counting the children, which I'll tell you the sequence of numbers. Now, the problem with that is that as she is watching, there's only one girl that comes into the room. She's the only girl in the room. Circus Baby makes ice cream within herself, and she's like offering it to the little girl. But the little girl goes ahead and takes the ice cream, but Circus Baby kills her. For what reason, I do not know. It could have been a malfunction, it could have been anything. But she gave me these numbers. So it's 2, 3, 2, 3, 4, 2, 0, 2, 3, 2, 3, 5, 4, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now I know that's a lot of numbers, Eric, but there's keypads in every room.
Okay, cause
yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Please tell me you have that written down somewhere.
Yes, I have everything written down. Now, I know that the last one, if this is a keypad for 4-digit numbers, I have the first set here that I think I know where it belongs, and it belongs into Circus Baby's room.
Okay.
Now, the other two, I'm not sure of. And I know that there is one other room that actually has a code, but I know that code already because that was for the bite of 87, which is from the 4th math game, but that's a secret in itself. So this one involves the major rooms. Now I don't know where I could put them.
Okay. Oh boy, this is going back to my cryptography of number theory days. Alright, I'm willing to roll with it.
Unlike Ballora, Funtime Foxy is
Alright,
motion
so I'm in
activated.
Funtime Foxy's room.
For this reason,
gonna see
it's
what's gonna
important
happen.
to keep the room dark. Do not accidentally activate her.
But
You have been
I may
provided
die.
with a flash
If I
beacon.
die, that's
Use it
good.
if you
I
need
can
to get
die.
your bearings and to
I
ensure
would like
you
to
don't bump
die,
into
although I'm
anything.
not really looking forward to
However,
seeing Foxy.
use it as sparingly as possible.
But anyways.
Proceed forward to reach the parts and service room.
Okay. Alright. So, as you're figuring that out, Eric, I'm going to go ahead and start playing this mini game. I'll let you know when I'm done. You guys can talk about football if you want. In fact, we have Stephen with us tonight, and I hear noises in the freaking place. But we have Stephen to help out with the discussion of football as I figure this out.
That's me. Okay, so Eric, you know the Miami Hurricanes and Florida State Seminoles have very heated rivalry. We all know that. We all worked for the same thing before, and we were all very upset when the Seminoles became.
Oh shit!
Steve, she was so scared, but the block kicked it, cost the Canes the game. She had screamed about it.
Well, I would have been screaming about that terrible targeting call that really cost us as well. I mean, I get the spirit of what the NCAA is trying to do, but honestly, letter of the law versus spirit of the law. They went ahead, they even reviewed it, but it still stood. I mean, that was crap. And of all times to not only miss an extra point, but have it blocked, you have any idea how much that the Seminoles fans can now have bragging rights, despite the fact of wide right 1, wide right 2, wide right 3, and wide left? Now they have the block. It's just, ugh. Thankfully, though, in a bit of a bright spot, we did not fall too far in the AP rankings. Miami was top 10. They fell to 16, which I personally am okay with. But,
first of all, I'm not a big Miami guy up until last year, as far as the Canes go. How in God's name do you miss a field goal 3 times?
Auditorium maintenance vent opened.
How do you do that? That's bad.
Unlike Ballora, Funtime Foxy is motion activated. For this reason, it's important to keep the room dark, as to not accidentally activate her. You have been provided with a flash beacon. Use it if you need to get your bearings and to ensure you don't bump into anything. However, use it as sparingly as possible. Proceed forward to reach the parts and service room.
Something had to give. As much as I don't want to say anything about this year, because with Hurricanes coaching history, I had to put myself on a 1-year probation before giving any sort of opinion whatsoever. It's hard for me to still not be optimistic, and especially with some of the tweets that came out from 1 or 2 of the players after the game saying about next year. I'm getting pretty amped up, and I'm preliminarily liking where this is going. Although I must have to take some of the responsibility, because they released the old school look for the Legacy of the U uniforms, and
I did it! Did I?
That's exactly what
I did.
With the wallpaper.
Oh, it's Freddy!
Great job reaching parts and service. It seems that Funtime Freddy is out of power, which should make your job much easier. The release switch for the chest cavity is located on the underside of the endoskeleton jaw. To reach it, we will first need to open the faceplates. You will need to press the faceplate release triggers in a specific order, and it's important to be as precise and as careful as possible. Locate the small button on Freddy's face, just under his right cheek, and press it.
5, but really? I mean, really.
Well, what do you mean by hang your hat on them?
Great. Now locate the button under his left cheek and press it.
You know they're going to win games. You know they're not a dumpster
Now carefully
fire.
locate and press the button next to Freddy's right eye.
That's hanging your hat on them.
What team is that? The Jaguars suck.
Well, the Hurricanes, obviously. I mean, come on.
I think you were going to refer to them because of their loss last week against Florida State.
Well, but still, even though as crushing as that is, you can't argue against 4-1, 1-1 in conference, 16th ranked in the AP. With what Diaz is doing with this defense, Mark Richt working with Brad Kyle on the offense, taking over, doing a lot more with more explosive plays. I mean, this is setting up something. I'm not going to use a commonly used phrase when it comes to the University of Miami, but if this continues, this is setting up use of that phrase.
Where's Freddy's right eye? I'm trying to do this! I don't know why! It's not working! It's not working! Why is it not working when his eyes are creeping me out?
My question would be not why isn't it working? What does the missing eye have to do with it?
Because I'm trying to open his faceplate, and I don't know where exactly is his eye. I gotta look this up. Please don't jump scare me while I'm looking shit up.
Okay, well, first of all, I'm gonna preliminary say that sounds like a bad idea and an easy setup, but yeah, And speaking of setups, kind of switching over, I was looking through Twitter as we record on our other show. Kershaw imploded in the 7th inning again, but somehow the Dodgers come back and force Game 5. How?
They, it's a two great teams. I don't care much about baseball, but the Nationals and the Dodgers, two great teams. I mean, the Dodgers have Yasiel Puig, Clint Kershaw, other guys. I don't know the Dodgers like that.
Well, the thing is, though, especially with Clayton Kershaw, as a dominant pitcher he is in the regular season, something about October just takes away his mojo. And he was doing just fine, but he had a terrible 7th inning in which he was finally pulled after giving up 5 earned runs. And did I also read right that of all players, Chase Utley, who mostly comes in for his defense, he had the RBI single in the 8th? I mean, I'm feeling a bit bad for Washington, even though this is a Dusty Baker team we're talking about here.
Why is it not working? Why can't I open his faceplate? Why are you not working? This is creating such false sense of security.
Yeah, I saw a stat after we recorded the Football 5 tonight. The Dusty Baker has the Major League record for most consecutive losses when trying to clinch a series in the postseason.
Mm-hmm.
I know he was with the Cincinnati Reds. I didn't know they made the playoffs.
Cincinnati Reds made the playoffs. Chicago Cubs, where I don't think he made the playoffs. And he also got the San Francisco Giants to the World Series back in 2002. He had a 3-1 lead there and blew it.
3-1 lead. Blew it.
Oh my god.
Yeah, you know all about that, don't you, Stephen?
Fun time Freddy's eye.
Oh man, I can't. No.
I had to, and especially, yeah, I had to.
Oh, jeez.
And think of it now with this, I don't know what it is with teams in North and Central Florida, but where you have players or coaches get involved with them, they have great success, and then they go on and do better. Like, for example, Joe Madden. He took the Rays, which were terrible, very low budget, stadium in the middle of nowhere, couldn't pack them, just god-awful, takes them to the World Series and perennial AL East contenders. They couldn't get the contract issue straightened out, so he goes over to Chicago with a wonderful GM in Theo Epstein, who helped create the team to break the Red Sox curse. Now, he's got them over 100 wins, back in the playoffs, and last I checked,
okay, I got it.
Great. Now carefully locate and press the button just above Freddy's nose.
Yeah, right now
Good
it's
job.
1-1.
The faceplates should now be open.
Okay, so
Locate and press the small button on the underside of Freddy's endoskeleton jaw.
I root for them, and the fact that they're finally bringing Billy Goats back into the picture, I think they're due to break the curse of their own.
Yeah, this is the. No, go ahead.
No, go ahead, because I got another little tidbit. Breaking news. You first.
Oh, breaking news. Okay, well, I was just gonna say that I cannot pick a winner in the series. It's an even year.
Good job.
So obviously I want the
The
Giants
faceplates
to win the
should
World
now
Series.
be open.
But
Locate
the
and
Cubs are
press the
trying to
small
break the curse
button
of
on the
the
underside of Freddy's endoskeleton
I mean,
jaw.
I don't know who to pick in this series.
Where?
So much difficulty.
Well, this was another one, considering the fact that Bruce Bochy has turned the Giants into a bunch of cockroaches. And what I mean by that...
Oh god.
Excellent. The chest cavity should now be open. Remove the power module from the chest cavity.
Bruce Bochy is undefeated
Great
in
work.
elimination
You will now be
games.
required to
I
remove
don't
the
know.
secondary power
Where's
module from the
Bonbon?
Bonnie hand
Where's
puppet.
Bonbon? Where's
Large
Bonbon?
black button beneath Bonnie's bow
Where's
tie to release the
Bonbon?
power module.
Oh god, where's Bonbon? Where's Bonbon? Where's Bonbon? Where's Bonbon? Where's Bonbon?
This
Oh,
makes for some great audio there.
where's Bonbon?
Listen to a ringtone. I don't care what.
Where's Bonbon? Bonbon!
Seriously, this needs to go on loop somewhere.
Put
I
that
hear
on
you,
Vine.
Bon Bon. Go away, please. Go away.
Oh man.
Go away.
Well, while Saki's yelling about Bon Bon, I want to bring Sean on. We have to talk about what just happened on SmackDown Live. This is the funniest thing I've ever seen on wrestling. So Dean Ambrose comes
Press
in,
the
he takes
large
the ref
black
shirt and
button
refs like, I'm
beneath
outta
Bonnie's
here.
bow tie to release
And
the
then
power
AJ
module.
Styles and
I saw your
some other
fucking
guy, I don't
little
know
bunny
his name,
ass.
said they're gonna go at it.
He's like a glorified jobber that they're just bringing in because it's funny.
And then, God, Dean Ambrose is the worst ref ever. He starts pinning. He starts doing the 1, 2, 3 thing. He like AJ Styles about to pin him, and he just stops at 2 out of nowhere. I was like, what is he doing? What is going on? He's like, are you kidding me? And then he takes Dean Ambrose takes AJ Styles. He just shrugs and pedigrees him. I was like, what? That was the funniest thing I've ever seen in wrestling, and I've watched
Press the
wrestling
large
for
black
about 8
button
years.
beneath
know-
Bonnie's bow tie
I
to
know
release the
I
power
have to
module.
press his button. I know this. I know this. He doesn't want to.
Remember, no means no when it comes to pressing buttons.
I can press whoever's buttons I want. Buttons are no match for me. It's Bon Bon's buttons that.
Oh my god.
But anyway, and Sean, I'm also glad you're here because this little tidbit of breaking news. So the state of Nevada just passed $750 million in funding
I have to do this
for
shit again.
Vegas for a stadium with 2/3 of the vote.
Auditorium maintenance vent opened.
That's interesting because
Unlike Ballora, Funtime Foxy
as I've
is
said
motion
before,
activated.
The Las
For
Vegas
this
Raiders
reason,
has
it's
a
important to
very
keep
nice
the room
tinge
dark,
to it.
as to not accidentally
And
activate
also,
her.
if they're
You
building
have been provided with a flash beacon. Use it if you need to
this
get
could
your
lure
bearings and to
other
ensure you don't bump into
high-profile
anything.
events away from
However,
Sam
use
Boyd,
it as
which,
sparingly as possible.
personally,
Proceed
for logistical
forward to reach
reasons,
the parts
I
and
may
service
not
room.
mind. But Stephen, what'd you think about that?
I think it'd be good for an NFL team in Vegas, no doubt, because Vegas obviously attracts a lot of people. So having an NFL team there would attract even more people. And for those, like, say, people coming from, like, China, coming into the U.S. to gamble, you know, some people are crazy, some people would do that, and they come to Vegas, and they say, hey, look, football, we have that in China now, I want to see what this is all about. So, just the NFL audience will grow for the NFL. Great, it's great for football.
It'll help make football something in Las Vegas because Las Vegas is not a football city. So, you know, it's going to be interesting to see how many people actually come out for these games. How much? I mean, we know the Raiders fans travel well. Will this be a destination for both parties as far as the fans go? Because it's in Vegas. You have an excuse to go to Vegas. I mean, who doesn't want that?
Unlike Ballora, Funtime Foxy is motion activated. For this reason, it's important to keep the room dark, as to not accidentally activate her. You have been provided with a flash beacon. Use it if you need to get your bearings and to ensure you don't bump into anything. However, use it as sparingly as possible. Proceed forward to reach the parts and service room.
I think with between that and things like FanDuel and DraftKings, I think major sports are starting to come around. And this is a thing. But the one thing I want to advise, if they're building this stadium, build it big enough for rugby. I say that because Las Vegas draws huge crowds for when the Sevens rugby tournament comes to Vegas every year. But players from other countries coming in internationally have kind of complained that because they're currently using Sam Boyd, which is designed for more American football, the rugby pitch is a lot narrower. If Mark Davis and the Raiders took this into account when building this stadium, just like the Yankees did in the new Yankee Stadium, accounting for a football field, that would lure away and have even more revenue, bigger profile events, and draw an even more international audience, not just for Vegas, but for the Raiders as well. So it's a big opportunity to play it smart.
Rolling down the river.
For those NHL fans out there, the Vegas team will announce their name November 18th. They don't begin playing until next season, 2017-2018. Just in case you didn't know, and you're an NHL fan.
I hope they pick something good, because they really have one shot at this.
Unlike Ballora, Funtime Foxy is motion activated. For this reason, it's important to keep the room dark, as to not accidentally activate her. You have been provided with a flash beacon. Use it if you need to get your bearings, and to ensure you don't bump into anything. However, use it as sparingly as possible. Proceed forward to reach the parts and service room.
Now, I heard Saki singing a few seconds ago. How are you holding up over there?
Nothing. The Lord came down to rescue me.
Well, that answers my question.
I'm doing a cupcake mini game to relieve the stress.
Cupcakes? Damn it, I should have heard that one.
Cupcakes. Ugh. I'm a brownie guy myself.
Regular brownie or hybrid chocolate chip cookie brownie? And yes, there is a right answer to this question.
Damn, there is. Damn.
Yeah.
No, I didn't want the blue cupcake. I still wanted my pink cupcake.
Wait,
I think I go with regular cupcakes. I mean,
No,
damn it!
no.
Now Saki got me saying cupcakes. I meant brownies.
Yeah, I don't know, man. You're missing out.
I hate this game. I hate this game.
Unlike Ballora, Funtime Foxy is motion activated. For this reason, it's important to keep the room dark, as to not accidentally activate her.
I know. I have to keep the room dark, but I need to see, so I have to flash the beacon, make sure I don't bump into her. I know.
However, use it as sparingly as possible.
I know.
Proceed forward to reach the parts
I did this
and service
once.
room.
This is all blue bonbons.
You know what would be awesome is y'all having to try to have this political discussion while she's playing this game.
Oh yeah.
That is not fair. I'm going to.
Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna show what the hell happened today. So I decide to, because today is Hilary and Bill Clinton's 41st wedding anniversary.
Yes.
They can kiss my butt, is what they could do.
Yeah. They were there, Gary Johnson.
And
I was like, congratulations, Bill. You were a lucky man because you're gonna be the first man.
No, he's not.
And Saki over here gave me like 300 dots.
Actually 84.
You counted. Congratulations.
It's not that I counted. It's not that I counted. It was what the limited character supply gave me.
Oh, jeez. Anyway, and I was like,
thank Twitter for that.
Yes.
Okay, I made it.
Should I go off now or later? And I was like, you know what? Go off later. I'll come on your show. You can go off with me later.
Great job reaching parts and service. It seems that Funtime Freddy is out of power, which should make your job much easier. The release switch for the chest cavity is located on the underside of the endoskeleton jaw. To reach it, we will first need to open the faceplates. You will need to press the faceplate release triggers in a specific order, and it's important to be as precise and as careful as possible. Locate the small button on Freddy's face, just under his right cheek, and press it.
I will have to say, First
Great.
of all,
Now locate the button under his left
have
cheek
seen
and
any
press
of the
it.
latest polls after the second debate?
Great. Now carefully locate and press the button next to Freddy's right eye.
I've seen something like Hilary leads Trump by something.
No, you see, that
Now
is where I
carefully
have my
locate and
problem
press
with
the
you,
button
Stephen.
just above
Alright?
Freddy's
You,
nose.
and I remember this specifically because this is where I argued fuck the moments with you.
Good
okay?
job. The faceplates should now be open. Locate and press the small button on the other side of Freddy's endoskeleton jaw.
Freddy, because he's gonna throw a bomb.
What the hell?
Don't ask.
Excellent. The chest cavity should now be open. Great
Okay,
work.
so
You will now be required to
Bon
remove
Bon,
the secondary
you are
power
going
module
down.
from the
Your
Bonnie
blue
hand
Bonnie
puppet.
ass is gone.
Press
I
the
don't give a
large black
crap.
button
You
beneath Bonnie's
and
button
I.
to release the power module.
This is war. This is okay. So, anyways, you don't know anything about politics. You don't know anything about politics. All right. And for you to support. I'm very angry that you wanted to wish them an anniversary. That in fact there's just so much to say about that, and my mind is running wild because I'm trying to find Bonnie because he and I are not happy. But you don't know anything about politics. Your opinion is not mattering to me.
But
why?
It doesn't matter.
The only thing I got out of that was you're mad at me because
Press
I was
the large
generous
black
to
button
Bill
beneath
Clinton.
Bonnie's bow tie to release the power module.
Yeah, and if his opinion doesn't matter, why did you take
Because
the initiative and go off on Twitter?
Because this is the issue. I am trying to find you, Bonnie, and I swear to God, if you have to make me go through Foxy one more time, we're gonna have issues, more issues than when we had it the first time. Where are you, Bonnie? Where are you? Talk to me, Bonnie.
Yeah, and the fact that between the mention of cupcakes and Blue Bunny ice cream, I don't have anything sweet in my fridge. God damn it.
Okay, the thing is, Stephen, that you know nothing of politics, right? Yet you are willing to defend her. And the thing is,
Press the large black
I know I have to press the black button under Bonnie's bow tie. Alright? You don't need to repeat it. I know. Alright, I just gotta be controlled.
Sean, thank you. That's all I'm gonna say.
Okay, the thing is that we are entrusting America to my generation, and Stephen is included in my generation. Okay, where are you, Bonnie?
I'm technically included too.
And technically you are. I'm throwing the mute. I threw the mute though. Fuck. I raged. Okay. Okay. Wait, hang on, cause I'm raging. Wait. Wait. I'm raging. I'm legit raging, cause this is bullshit. Okay, I'm sorry.
Well, you can pause.
I can't pause in Five Nights at Freddy's unless I'm dead. Okay. We are entrusting this country to my generation, and everybody that is on this show is included into my generation. And Stephen does not know anything about politics, yet he is very happily going to commemorate Bill Clinton's anniversary. And I find it that it's wrong of him to do that. And if he's going to vote, I give up on country. Okay.
What does him
I give up on
saying? What does him saying happy
Hold on, what's wrong with Bill
anniversary-
Clinton? Hold on.
Sean. Oh.
What's saying happy anniversary to them have anything to do with
Because
voting?
they, first of all, okay, Bill Clinton and Hilary Clinton are only there for the show. They're only together for the show. Alright? They're hypocrites and they're only there for the show. Alright? Number two, the fact that Stephen says that he's going to be first man is what bothers me, because either he's gonna vote for Hillary Clinton, and I pray to God you're not, because if you are, you need.
So Trump is a better alternative?
I'm not.
And this is what I have been saying to her for
That's
long.
I am okay. All right. Wait. Hear me out. I'm actually going to use Josh Hilary's exact words. I'm not going to even mention anything of Bill Clinton's assaults, of Bill Clinton's rapes, of the hundreds of people that are found dead because of Hillary Clinton. I'm not going to even get into that.
Oh my God.
Wait,
Wow.
I'm not.
Are we really going back?
I'm not going
And
into
this is
that.
where I said, stop living in the world of the
No,
Lion King.
no,
It's in the
I'm
past. Why are we still bringing it up? For the love of God.
This is where I will use Josh Hilary's words. If she failed her job as Secretary of State, and even he said it, that she was not good at her job, alright? That meant that she was not good at her job, then she is, in my opinion, not qualified to be president. Because I'm going to tell you something. Secretary of State, and again, this is by the Constitution, read it, love it, read it, alright? The President of the United States has a specific amount of duties that are limited. As Secretary of State, literally that position has more power than the President of the United States, and if she failed that job, what makes you think she's qualified to be President of the United States?
Well, first of all, what makes you think Trump is qualified?
I'm not
to be
saying that he's
president?
No, wait. Let me answer you. No, wait, Stephen. Let me answer that question to you. I'm not saying he's qualified for being president. Everybody has their opinions. But I am saying that it has to be anyone but her. Anyone but her. Alright?
Okay, so you're also even. So you're not gonna chastise me for voting for Rocky De La Puente?
No.
And
I'm not gonna chastise you.
And at the same time, I know your feelings about Gary Johnson, who has issues with.
Wait, no. Let me explain something about Gary Johnson.
A couple of very important brain parts on the air.
Wait.
And, oh, by the way, his own running mate, Bill Weld, is starting to distance himself from Gary Johnson.
Let me explain something about Gary Johnson. Alright. On the contrary to what people believe, alright, I know I've mentioned that I'm going to vote for the Libertarians. I know I've mentioned that many times in past episodes. However, in light of what has been happening, alright, not only with Gary Johnson and his mess-ups, okay, I am also not going to give him my vote. Now, there's a couple of reasons why I'm not giving him my vote. As much as I strongly associate myself with the Libertarian Party, okay, I do not feel that because of these mess-ups, Johnson is able to reach the amount that he needs to reach to become president, to win against both Trump and Clinton. That's number one. Number two, I am in a battleground state. If I am in a battleground state, alright? It is not the same of me voting in Colorado, alright, where my numbers, while they do have electorates, my state has more. So I'm not going to give my vote to, number one, the person who I've lost faith in within my own party, alright? I'm going to try to give it to someone who I think is probably the next best choice. Hillary Clinton is not the next best choice. Who I think is the next best choice, I cannot say for certain. But I know for a fact it's not her. Okay? And again, if you, this is not bringing in anything of her past history. Because let's be honest about something, Erik and Stephen. What he said about women, as much wrong as it is, you, and I know damn well you too, and you, Stephen, too, and even me has said it. Even me has said it. So that's one thing. But the issue of sexualizing women, alright, should have come up 11 years ago. Not now, because wait, yes, listen to me, yes.
First of all, it's come up a lot longer than 11 years ago. Shall we go back to the child rape case of 13-year-old?
But I am telling you, I am telling you that the issue that is arising from what Trump said is two things: sexualizing women and unconsent fondling. Alright? Those two things should have not come out when I say like as a general thing, but it should have been focused 11 years ago. Not now. Wait, because
recent thing in 2005.
But it should have
that has been picked up and resurfaced from Huffington Post and all this and that came out in 1994. Also, when he was big and hot shit in New York, his second marriage to Marla Maples, who was his mistress, who he cheated on while he was married to Ivanka. After they got married, what did Donald Trump do? He went so public in the New York newspapers and slammed Ivanka. Terrible. Saying Marla Maples was the best he ever had. And oh, by the way, they're also digging up the disclosure agreement, or the non-disclosure agreement that he made Ivana sign, and releasing the claims and looking into the allegations that Ivana had, his first wife, that he raped her. So don't you dare just say it didn't come up 11 years ago. Because it came up over 20 years ago. This is a pattern.
Alright, it's a pattern. You think it's a pattern. No, and I agree it's a pattern. I agree that it's a pattern. However, alright, just as he has dirty laundry, she has dirty laundry. And I feel that as me, alright, that I'm listening to those words, the attention that is getting is not for the actual cause, but rather because he said it, he's a candidate running for president, and therefore it's important. I'm not in agreement with that, number one. Number two, okay? He has been treated very unfairly, especially in those debates where he was asked that question 4 times. I am not saying that what he said was wrong.
You honestly think that he's been treated unfairly?
I do, by the media. Yes, I do think that he has been being treated unfair. Like, that debate was plain in my eyes that he was treated unfair, Erik.
Okay, you're talking about that one incident. Need I remind you that during the course of this campaign, Donald Trump has received in more free media, you're talking $2+ billion. That is more than pretty much every other candidate combined and doubled. You talk about being treated unfairly, you turn on to CNN, to MSNBC, pretty much to every single network, and they have been kissing his ass because it's so good for ratings. The president of CBS himself, Leslie Moonves, said he is terrible for this country, but he is damn good for us. You want to talk about someone being treated unfairly? Come at me.
Erik, he is being covered negatively by the media.
He's being covered, period. You honestly
espérate. Espérate.
1992.
Stephen, I will smack you right now.
Plaza Hotel. That's Plaza Hotel. Plaza Hotel, New York. Donald Trump with 11-year-old Macaulay Culkin walked through a hotel by himself.
Unlike Ballora, Funtime Foxy is motion activated. For this reason, it's important to keep the room dark, as to not accidentally activate her. You have been provided with a flash beacon. Use it if you need to get your bearings and to ensure you don't bump into anything. However, use it as sparingly as possible.
Yes,
proceed forward to reach the parts and service room.
Because of her career in politics. Number one, what John Oliver said it perfectly. If you treat each scandal like a raisin, Hilary's fills of 1, maybe 2 oatmeal raisin cookies. You eat them. You may not tolerate the raisins. If you do, that makes them delicious. You treat every scandal from Donald Trump and you have to open up the ceiling and let the raisins rain down upon you as you can practically bathe in them. And lest we forget his cohorts, Rudy Giuliani, who sought and was awarded an annulment from the Catholic Church after 14 years of marriage because he found out that he was married to his cousin. And he claimed that he didn't know that she was his cousin. Or Newt Gingrich, who served his wife divorce papers as she was in the hospital recovering from cancer surgery. And oh, by the way, if Donald Trump has his way, one of those two candidates would have been your vice president, not Mike Pence. So
I actually like Mike Pence.
So you honestly, unless we forget Mike Pence's record in backwards-ass Oklahoma as governor, one of the most rampant anti-LGBT states in the country. You think that these are alternatives? I get that you're anti-Hillary, that's fine. But for the love of God, I'm not electing someone who wants to have another reality show, who wants to turn the Oval Office into a boardroom, and who says he likes war. This is the United States of America, not fucking Chechnya.
Damn. Erik just went the fuck off.
Motion trigger, parts and service.
By the way,
Great job reaching parts and service. It seems that Funtime Freddy is out of power, which should make your job much easier. The release switch for the chest cavity is located on the underside of the endoskeleton jaw. To reach it, we will first need to open the face plates. You will need to press the faceplate release triggers in a specific order, and it's important to be as precise and as careful as possible. Locate the small button on Freddy's face, just under his right cheek, and press it.
Trump said he would date his daughter. We don't want an incest-loving
Great. Now locate the button under his left cheek and press it.
Steven, I will smack you.
Great. Now carefully locate and press the button next to Freddy's right eye.
And you, Miss Anti-Hillary.
Great. Now carefully locate and press the button just above Freddy's nose.
She admitted to him. And it happened once. I can't tell you how many times Donald Trump has degraded women. Saying you sleep with a daughter, how women are whatever, locker room talk.
Good job. The faceplates should now be open. Locate and press the small button on the underside of Freddy's endoskeleton jaw.
When he was being interviewed back in 2000. He went on about his disrespect for women when he was being interviewed by Chris Matthews back in
You will now be required to remove the secondary power module from the Bonnie hand puppet. Press the large black button beneath Bonnie's bow tie to release the power module.
And you talk about all of these hacks and everybody blaming Russia for all of the hacks on the Democratic National Committee. Were any of these direct hacks into her private email server? Which, oh, by the way, a Republican Secretary of State, Colin Powell, actually advised Hillary Clinton on getting, and the fact that he had a personal email account. But God knows, because he was a Republican, we're not going to touch that, now are we?
And why are we... Oh, Hillary can't be president. Bill raped women. What the hell does that have to do with Hillary? For the love, come on.
Hillary! Oh!
And do not even get started on the murder BS.
It's not even the murder!
That is the dumbest.
Press the large black button beneath Bonnie's bow tie.
I actually have a headache. I actually have a headache.
Well, I will say this. You know, if you're gonna be, since she's still with Bill. And they're going to be in the White House together. That stuff is going to come up, and
she's not right. I'm sorry. She is a false representation of a woman.
Don't want it to be. You are culpable in a way for, for that kind of thing.
And I honestly completely understand that, especially since that was very, very public. But when it comes to loyalty and them working it out, I know my parents had issues with infidelity. On my dad's side, that marriage eventually ended. So
press the large black button beneath Bonnie's bow tie to release the power module.
You talk about marriages and infidelity. Would you rather have a couple that had a very public issue, yet still 20 years later found a way to work through that for the sake of themselves, each other, and their family? Or would you have a man who has had 6 children by 3 different women and is now on wife number 3. You want to talk about loyalty to marriage and sticking by someone? That's Donald Trump's record.
I'm gonna play this cupcake game, and we're gonna end the episode here as I try to solve this cupcake puzzle. I actually have a headache.
Erik is my favorite person right now for helping me out tonight.
Sorry, I'm in a situation where the old head just has to Kool-Aid through the door and drop some knowledge.
If I can give him an award, I so would tonight, I swear. So yeah, let's go Hilary. Power to the, well, you know.
Yeah, hey, again, I'm voting for Rocky to the Fuente.
Alright, we're done. 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 I am raging. I'm raging. I'm raging. I'm raging. And we're done. We're done. We're done. We're done. Alright, everybody. My name is Saki. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you guys will like and subscribe to the video and to the audio itself. You guys can follow me at Sakura_Steph309. Also check out my YouTube at Saki Sakura. Squiddy, please put yourself wherever you want to say. And Stephen, you can follow afterwards. And then I'm going to go ahead and scream.
I'm the Squid, at Squid Sportshead, at the Football 5, at Inside_Arena. Yeah, you want to come at me, fine. You want to come at me a different way, message me and I will give you access to my private Twitter account.
My Twitter is at RunningFanatic2. I'm with Erik. We host the Football 5 every Wednesday. Well, we air every Wednesday, record every Tuesday on the WTM Network. Listen to these guys here on Foxy and Squid on the WTM Network. Listen to Sean on the Football to the Max. Sean, what other podcasts do you do? I keep asking you this. I keep forgetting.
I do the Wrestling the Max podcast, which is the flagship of this network. It's the initials are why everything's called that, and I also do the Video Games to the Max podcast. So we got you covered on all things.
Oh, and I almost forgot. At This Week in the AFL.
Oh,
I'm
right.
sure I had that Twitter handle right.
No, it's This Week in AFL. This Week in the AFL was taken. Go figure.
Thank you so much for watching, everybody. My name is Saki. That's Squiddy. That's SEU. Thanks again, Sean and SEU, for coming on. And
go Hilary!
Do your homework and don't forget to be awesome.
And go Hilary.
I hate this game.
Sean, that was the best idea you ever had. See, sometimes I don't know the